Boom! All right. Kenman here. Today we have a Miguron. Or is it Miguron? We still haven't figured that out. Or maybe someone knows. I just say Miguron. Is it wrong? Maybe it is. Shut up, Kenman. Let's see what knife you bought. I opened this on the live stream already, but we just kind of took a quick peek. And here is the official unboxing and overview. I can't wait to test this out and enjoy it. A new one from Miguron Knives box on the floor. We have some new imagery. I mean, this is their logo, but I can tell on the box and the sticker, they're kind of updating, kind of adding some new stickers and stuff. Nice little cloth. Here is a new insert. Professional, reasonable, satisfactory. Miguron Knives, you want to screenshot that? Thank you for purchasing. And then check out this side. We have a bunch of their designs. Kind of check off which ones are current and out there. Which one do I need to get next? Pretty fun. And the knife, nice little sponge in there, box on the floor. Let's get right into it today. Mini box to the floor. We're looking at the Miguron Vazot. Look at this. Nice front flipper on there. Boosh. Check it out. Soak it in. So Miguron does some really cool stuff, all the way from budget up to some ultra premium stuff. Everything in between. Very cool. This one is very budget friendly. D2 on the blade steel. We got a G10 handle. Clip cannot be swapped to the other side. Front flipper action all day long. That front flipper is nice. You can get on there, the index finger, roll it out. Pretty easy to actuate. And then there is this finger groove right here, which gives you access to that fuller. Can we flick it? Oh, yes, we can. That is fun and satisfying, even though I missed that one right there. Thumb out is possible. A little bit more. You got to get in there and get to it. The fuller doesn't go quite all the way up, so you kind of get a little low. I caught I got it the very first one, and now I'm failing them all. But ultimately, that's going to be the move, or that front flip. Boom. Just a snappy action. I really like the close sound, too. It just has a good kind of ting. It's not a ting, but like a, just that, it sounds nice. I enjoy it. Wow. Little fail there. Okay. Boom. Miguron Vazot. Blade is solid. Nice D2 steel. Miguron does a good job with their stuff. I've had several with the D2, used them. They work great. They hold an edge pretty well, sharpen up pretty easily. Nice and centered. I failed a couple. It does open nice, so there's a good detent to it. Boom, you can feel that strong detent. You can hear it. That's that sound that I just like. That boom, just feels crisp. Pops in. Once it breaks free on that front flip, snaps out really well. If anything, the fuller is kind of tight, so you got to get in there, but you can flick it out pretty well. It is nice. Gets a little bit wider at the back, which I enjoy. It just feels a little bit better in my hand. I have a larger hand, so I like usually wider, thicker, beefier stuff. I have some thin, wispy things that get pretty thin and delicate at the end, but I tend to like it when it gets just a little wider towards the back. Feels very comfortable for me. There is a forward choil, kind of a finger choil, sharpening choil that you can get in there, but it is one of those ones, it's just in between. For my hand, it feels like it wants to bite me on the finger right there just a little bit, but I'm sitting here going like this and it isn't doing it, but I feel like it wants to. It's close. I like it when they're a little bit larger. We'll look at something here in a little bit, but it's not bad. Boom. Good, solid, full size on just the standard grip. I got plenty of handle on the back. That kind of choke up gives me a little bit more. And I feel like if I get in there and I kind of grab more up on this bump, I'm not really on that as much. But you do ride forward, and that's where it kind of worries me. Lots of belly up on the front, kind of flat on the bottom. The tip's pretty much straight off that edge. Just a nice strong, just a slight, maybe a degree or two at a forward angle on there. What do we think about this? Really, wow, I'm really liking front flippers. Even though I can fail like no other. If anything, I'm not really a fan of the clip. This is kind of one of the uglier clips I've seen on the Migurons. They do offer, you can get the titanium clips. I remember I picked up some from somewhere. I think I might even have an extra I might swap out on here. Cannot swap it to the other side though. Does have the captive pivot with the M on there. And then it looks like the body, those are T8s, and then the clipper is a T6. Nice and shiny on the liners. See that? Just a good look. This is great for a KDK custom. We could do an acid etch stone wash maybe on those liners. Do we want to leave them shiny? We want to do something acid etch the blade maybe. We can do a dye on that handle. Comment below, what would you like to see me do with this? Okay, so that blade is solid, no play. It is centered nicely. That detent does feel good. Boom. Come on. There you go. Can be done. Anybody got one of these? I know on the lives a couple people said that they had the premium version of this. Definitely cool, that full titanium kind of a look. But their budget stuff is nice. If you haven't checked out anything from Miguron, they have some cool designs. Pretty good quality as well. All right. There I'm over there. Kind of all over the place. I just finished a live and got stuff kind of laying everywhere. But let's get in here and find my ruler over here. Okay, we are looking at 7.5 end to end. Yeah, pretty much 7.5 inch, not quite full size here. 3 1/4 on the blade, maybe 3 3/8 at an angle, but really about a 3 1/4 blade with a just over 3 inch cutting surface with a big curve on the front of the belly, and 4 1/4 on the handle. All right, haven't touched this for a day. It should be good for now. Ooh, 0.11, a little bit thicker. Totally missed. So that 11 carries out. You can see right to about there. This is nice, 11 right to there, and then it tapers off on the tip. Nice, long, solid, just flat grind on there. Feels nice and sharp. Handle 0.54 on the thickness, tucks into 0.57 and then out to 0.8, but the butt on the end 0.99, just a little bit thicker back there, how I like it. And then 0.8384 on the blade, and the battery is flashing. This thing died on us. It was giving us all these weird errors, but now if I don't touch it for a while, we'll get a couple of marks out of it. The battery isn't technically dead, so it still works, but it already did fail, so should we have replaced it? Comment below. It worked that time. 3.54, almost 3.55. Nice weight for a not quite full size kind of a user. Here is your drop bear compare, 3.29. Here is the Moyarl. I got a couple Migurons we're going to look at, 3.97. And the Valona, 5.29, but the Valona's a beast. So 3.54, I think that's a great size. I like things to be a little bit heavier. I don't like the ultralights as much. So that is perfect for this size of a knife. Okay, the Drop Bear Compare brought to you by Kizer. Drop Bear is about the size of your bug outs, your pyrites, your not quite full size users. Tons of jimps on here. Really nice, fidgety, fun knife. They're about the same size. Handle is the same. It looks like the Vazot is just a little bit longer on the blade though, but really you're looking at about that same, not quite full size, perfect kind of user size. Here's your Miguron Moyarl. This is probably, might be the I don't know, staple Miguron. If you're just going to go grab one, I almost would say just go grab a Miguron. This one has this larger, see how the finger choil, it doesn't really scoop in deep, but look at how long it goes out there. So you're nowhere near that getting bit on that spot right there. This does have the titanium clip. I anodized that, so I give it a little bit of a extra flash. And you can swap the clip on the Moyarl, so a little bit more love for the lefties. If you look, Moyarl is actually almost the same, just a little bit bigger. If I line them up right here, it looks like the blade is the same size, but the handle on the Moyarl is just a little bit bigger than the Vazot. But depending on what you're looking for, this might be it right here. Just a nice solid user, 14C28N on this blade. So they've got their main, like the budget is usually D2 with a regular clip. And then one step up would be the 14C with the titanium. And then they have the premium versions as well. Here is the Valona. Valona is a beast. I love this knife. It's huge. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. The fuller flick out is just a long, big fuller. Does have that flipper tab on there. Fun stormtroopered out look. This is the only white G10 I've never dyed. And then this one has that larger finger choil as well. Notice when I get my hand in there, it's just bigger. It's got a little bit more space. You don't really tuck up to it. You can tell the difference when I put them next to each other. I just prefer, if you're going to do one, I like a little bit larger finger choil. Just a personal preference. Doesn't make or break the knife. What do you think about forward choils like that? You like a larger one? You like a smaller one? You like it to not have one at all? Comment below. Tell us about it. So the Valona is huge. There is a Valona small that's probably about the same size as this one, but this, you got 3/4 of an inch on the back, solid inch or more on the blade. Definitely a larger knife, but if you're looking for a bigger one, might be the way to go. Nice and drop shut too. Okay, this is a win. $30. I've been looking quite a few that $30 range knife lately, and I tell you, if you're kind of on the fence, there are several designs from Miguron in that $30 to $40 range. Definitely check them out. They are something to have. I think it's great. If you just need a user, this might be top notch. Do a little paper cut test on this D2. What do we got? Right? Do you see that? Look at the piggly wiggly right there. That is a 9.5 on cutting. Nice swoopy cut. That's perfect. 0.11 right out of the box. D2 Miguron crushing it. A couple of little teeny curlies. A nice wavy. That is about as sharp as it needs to be ever. That's a full pass for me. I don't do 10s, but that is a 9.5 all day long. Action is great on this thing. Little getting used to it with that fuller for flicking out, but it does flick out nice, and that front flipper is really fun. And I love the sound. It just has a nice tick. Feels good. Looks good. I dig it. Anybody have one of these? What color should we dye it? And should I get rid of the shine, give it an acid etch or a stone wash, kind of a setup? What are we thinking? We're going to customize this. Not sure how yet. I dig it. Check out Miguron. Good stuff. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.